Von Bruin was an American self-taught artist from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. His mother died when he was 7 years old, and when he was 29, he met the woman he would soon marry, Evelyn Kolka. She was 19, he was 29. Look, it was a different time, okay? They married 4 years later, and Evelyn came to be known as Marie, a name she took on, and yada yada yada. Everyone worked at a yada yada yada. Oh, here we go. And Marie moved into his father's former storefront at 514 South 94th Place. It was here that Eugene and Marie established an all-encompassing world of their own. In the early 1940s, after setting up a dark room in his bathroom, he started to photograph his wife at home. Nevertheless, his photographs extended past the walls of their bedroom. Using leftover materials as backdrops and props, Eugene created transformative stages for Marie to pose on. He invited her to dress up in exotic costumes. Many of these portraits evoked the pin-up girl of the 1950s. As the main object of attraction, Marie coyly confronts the viewer to question the relationship between photographer and subject, husband and wife, artist and muse. By the mid-1950s, these intimate shots had reached the thousands. Eugene remained anonymous to a larger artistic community for the duration of his career. He produced thousands of pieces of art within the confines of his home-turned-studio. During his lifetime, only close friends and family knew of their existence. He died in 1983. Outsider art is very simply art that lives outside the art world. People that don't want anything to do with the art world, people that were self-taught, people in mental asylums, and children all classify as outsider artists. Oh, this is my favorite. This artist is Henry Darger, whose 15,000 page manuscript was discovered after his death in 1973. Yes, I know the kids are Nick. Just listen real quick. Just listen. Henry Darger was born on April 12, 1892. When he was 4 years old, his mother died of perpetual fever after giving birth to a daughter, who was given up for adoption. Darger never knew his sister. Darger's father was a tailor with disabilities, and his poor health made caring for his son difficult. They lived together until Shut the fuck up! They lived together until 1900, when his father was taken to St. Augustine's Home for the Aged. After his father's hospitalization, Darger was moved to Mission of Our Lady of Mercy, a Roman Catholic orphanage. After bad behavior, he was relocated to the Illinois Asylum for Feeble-Minded Children. The asylum's practices included forced child labor and severe punishments. In 1908, Henry received word that his father had died in St. Augustine's Home for the Aged. Darger never had a chance to visit him since his departure 8 years prior. He attempted to escape in 1908 by a freight train, but was thwarted by police after reaching Chicago and forced back into the asylum. He attempted to escape once more in 1909 and succeeded, now free in Chicago. Henry Darger found employment in a Catholic hospital and continued to support himself this way until his retirement in 1963. He lived alone. He had one friend who died. His parents both died before he was 17, and he never saw a sister. Now, can you blame him for drawing pictures of naked little girls? Of course you can. Of course you can. It's because we're indoctrinated in this postmodernist world with this doomer way of thinking, and it's... Oh, not yet. Just not yet. Outsider art isn't a movement. It isn't counterculture to mainstream or insider art. It's just pure.
Those works created from solitude and from pure and authentic creative impulses, where the worries of competition, acclaim, and social promotion do not interfere are, because of these very facts, most precious than the productions of professionals.
I'm so fascinated by outsider art because it's just so pure and fresh, you know? I can't even think of anything that gave me that impression that I felt when I first seen or learned about outsider art. I can't even think of anything I've seen recently that gave me that feeling of pure, everything is a copy of a copy nowadays. And not in a way where it's like everything has been done before, but no, like in a way where like shit is just blatantly copied off of each other and always referenced back to some shit. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. I mean, I love Rick and Morty. Not because it reminds me of Back to the Future, but because it's like a dark, cynical version of it. It's like, what if them niggas were evil? That's still kind of cool. It's perfect, you know, it's just for this new world of postmodernism. What is this? Very easy. It's not a trick. Just tell me what you see. What is it? Okay, most people will probably say pipe. Do you know what the words at the bottom of that says? It says, "This is not a pipe." The fuck does that mean, right? You can say whatever the fuck you think it is. It doesn't matter. We all have our own truths.
While modernism emphasized realities and discoveries of realities, postmodernism emphasizes the instability of everything and the creation of realities. Modernism believes in certainty, necessity, and meta-narrative, while in postmodernist view, under no circumstance should any mention of these categories be made, particularly in the area of values, moralities, politics, and education. No mention should be made of universal and constant theoretical foundations.
Haha, I hate my life. Oh my god, I have depression, so quirky. You know that one video on Twitter with the, put it up here, you know that video on Twitter with the guy like fake drinking bleach, like he's just laughing the whole time. That's postmodernism to me, bro. Look, I said Rick and Morty earlier. Let's go back to it, because I think this is like perfect. I think this is like the antithesis of postmodernist culture. What if Doc was a nihilistic drunk and Marty a pussy? That's Rick and Morty. To really show the postmodernist view, let's take a look at episode Look Who's Purging Now. That's what it's called. They go to a world that's super peaceful, except the one night a year where everyone kills each other. Rick loves it, but Morty hates it until all this pent-up rage and anger just bursts out of Morty and he starts killing innocent people. Like, look at this shit. Look at this shit, bro. They're sliding on blood, bro. Fucking dancing to a diegetic song where the hook is just...
I don't know what song that is, but I love it!
What's that called when like the opposites happen? Juxtaposition. Like, it's a happy ass song, but they're killing people. Like, that's postmodernism, bro. And then Rick actually says the name of the song in the fucking, like, that's, come on, bro. That's literally, like, that's the perfect example. At the end of the episode, the question remains whether or not the purge is good for society. After they kill the government who runs it, they try capitalism, and then people get angry, saying it's not fair, certain things, then they just start killing each other again. And then someone comes up and is like, hey, all this violence here, it's crazy. What if we designate one day and they just go back to the fucking purge? And that shows that, like, there's no truth, there's no answer for how society should be run. There's no right way. There's no absolute truth in anything, because everyone has their own. Kind of like, this is not a pipe. You know, what is it to you? To me, it's a fucking pipe. But to this nigga, it's not. Like, the side plot was Summer hating on her dad. A direct response to those dumb sitcoms in the 50s and 60s where everybody loved each other. No more heroic symbols for peace, because there is no peace. And who's to say my peace or your peace is the true peace? Look, I have a white goddess on my shirt. If I post this shit on Twitter, there's gonna be niggas that love it. Oh my god, you love Britney, I love Britney, let's be friends. There's gonna be niggas who hate it. Oh my god, Britney's cool, but not better than Nicki, not better than fucking Blackpink, not better than Doja Cat. And then there's gonna be fucking pro-black enthusiasts, you know, with Dr. Umar and shit, that's gonna be like, why you got a white woman on your shirt? Why are you worshiping white goddesses? Like, and there's no absolute truth. I can do whatever the fuck I want. They can say whatever the fuck they want. We can all believe in whatever, because there's no absolute truth. And this is where it gets bad. This is where the problems crawl in. Postmodernism can be amazing. It is amazing. It's kind of fucking awesome. Like, look at the fucking Marvel multiverse, bro. That's cool. That's cool, right? You like it. I like it. I think it's okay. But, like, you love it. I know you love it, you fucking lose. But the badness comes in where something like She-Hulk can come out and It, by all regards and purposes, is straight ass, but everybody watches it anyway. Spider-Man being a reimagining of a Spider-Man who's based off of Spider-Man could be really cool, but it's tiring and it's annoying. But that's just what I think, and if there's no absolute truth and I don't fuck with it and everybody else does, then nothing's gonna get done. They're just gonna keep making shit movies. Postmodernism has brung a big rejection towards religion. I think that's like probably the most important thing that postmodernism has brung, because after the war, niggas were like, yo, how did God let this happen? How did God kill these Jews? How did God kill, 60 million people in the fucking World War II? How did God do all of this? Friedrich Nietzsche was like, maybe he did it. Maybe he's not here. And a lot of people were like, shit, maybe he's not. And I think without something to look up to, we get sad, bro. I'm making this video because I love making videos and I want to one day be famous and successful. But many people don't have anything to believe in. They look at everything and there's always a side that tells you the wrong with that thing, and then they go and believe that side, and then they just don't believe in anything. And then they don't do anything because nothing matters. Niggas used to look up to Superman. Now everybody's saying that Superman is boring. Superman was an image of God. You're telling me that God was boring? If he's boring, then what's cool? The opposite? Yeah, Tyler Durden's cool, Rick Sanchez is cool, but they're incredibly miserable. And if we're looking up to these miserable fucks, then what does that say about us? So postmodernism is all those things, and even more, because I don't know everything about it. Very simply, a rejection of absolute truth.
Deconstruction is justice.
I don't even know fucking the first thing about modernism, so I can't speak on that versus postmodernism. But I found this picture here. It says to look at pre-modernism as because God put it there and that's the way it's always been. Modernism as onwards and upwards with inevitable progress. And then postmodernism is downwards into the depths of nothingness. Hell isn't real. Nothing matters. We're all gonna die, so let's just all make fun of it. And it's making us sad. It makes me sad. It makes me want to sit inside all day and forget how talking to a stranger works. Oh, not yet. Just not yet. Oh, hold on. Let me get this straight, by the way. Once again, I don't know much about modernism, but it wasn't perfect. I'm not saying we should go back to modernism. Colonialism, racism, misogyny, that was all there during that time. Let's not forget. But maybe like a better version of modernism or some shit. Just something where we can be happy, you know? Something where we can find truth in something, not just questioning every fucking thing. Alright, so let's go over everything we said so far. Postmodernism is defined by skepticism, irony, and rejection. There is no God, there is no truth, there is no direction, and them niggas back then all believed in it, and they're stupid, so let's just make fun of it. And even though Rick Sanchez or Tyler Durden or Batman are really fucking cool, they're incredibly miserable. What does that have to do with me? Because, you know, this is my channel, it's about me. You know, it's called Xlirt, not fuck. Postmodernism makes me sad. It makes me miserable and nihilistic, and I'm afraid that I will turn into the next Henry Darger if I don't do anything about it. I'm a big, sad B-word. I don't go outside because I'm afraid of looks. I've been this way since high school and I fucking hate it. The great Destiny once said that I have to spend my 20s carving out the person who I want to be, and by the time I'm in my 30s, I'll be that perfect sculpture. And I believe the number one thing that's gonna get me there being like famous and successful, is confidence. And I know it seems like I'm really good with it because I'm, you know, yelling and taking my shirt off and dancing and shit, but like, this is all in the confines of my room. I'm comfortable here, meaning I can do whatever the fuck I want and I won't feel embarrassed until I have eyes on me. Look, the fucking windows are closed, bro. You think I want people to see me do all this stupid shit in my room? I know it's long, just we're almost done here. I know I'm getting tired too. I have a few steps on how to become confident. Let's first define confidence really quickly.
A feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities.
I look at confidence like willpower. You can train your willpower, but you can't use it all the time. If you love frozen pizza, but it makes you fat and lazy, there's two methods you can use. Willpower is walking past the freezer every day and just saying no, whereas discipline is literally not even going to the store or simply just walking down a different aisle. You can use willpower, but like a muscle, eventually you'll get tired. When you chill on your willpower for a while and use discipline to not even go down that aisle in the first place, your willpower will get stronger. And the next time you're presented with like another frozen pizza at a friend's house or some shit, you can use your willpower because you're stronger now and you have more of it. So bringing it back to confidence, I don't have to use it all the time. I can do it in short, loud, and the next time I really got to use confidence, like, I don't know, record a video outside for approximately 10 seconds until somebody sees me, I can do that because I trained my confidence.
Sit down. Stay where you are. For the first time, I choose to walk out on you.